Welcome to part one of two parts of for tips and tricks. I'm going to be creating a better version of this element right here. I'm going to have the lightning interacting with the text. So I'm just going to open this up in Photoshop first, and I'm going to copy everything. New document, because I prefer doing it this way. Transparent because of my last video. Test electric text effect. Okay, paste. Now I want to just do some pre-work here before I go into Photoshop, and that's because I want it to be working with this text, but I don't actually have this text, this font. So I have to actually go here and actually crop it out. So I'm going to go to channels first, and I'm going to look for the one that's the most distinguishing. Red, green, or blue. Well, blue is not what I want at all. Yeah, green looks like it's probably the best. So I'm just going to take the channel here, and I'm going to press Control, just click to highlight all those things. And now I have it on selection box. I'm going to press Alt and Shift so that I can get an exclusion here to create a mask of this. There's still some cleanup I've got to do here. Change that to that color here. 888888. Yeah, okay. Just making it gray, and now we have this. And there's some cleanup I still got to do here. So we can go in here with our lasso tool, clean up some of this junk here that we don't need quickly, and just start deleting it. If you're wondering how I got to this point, I simply went over here to this layer, color fill 1, which is going to be my alpha text, and I need to clean it up. So I press Alt and I click in the layer mask, which is this part here. Simply have to highlight these parts and start getting rid of them. I'm doing this first so that it's easier to work on later. But this doesn't get rid of everything because there's still some things over here, and I want to show you some photo techniques to get rid of them as well. Okay, that's a little bit too much. I'll just subtract a little bit here and here because I want it there. Good. Delete, delete. I'm going to leave this in here just so that I can show you this other technique of cleaning these things out, other than just what I'm doing here, which is a little laborious, but is faster than painting over it manually. Shift and click and drag, click and drag and shift, and I can just press delete in here to delete those elements. Now I want to deselect my mask, which is Control D, and I want to go to burn, or is it dodge in this case? It is the dodge tool. Okay, it's the dodge tool in this case, I think. And I want it to be on shadows, and that's doing exactly the opposite of what I want. Okay, so I want it to be burn. And it allows me to just go in there and clean it up without affecting it too much if I go into these regions here. Again, you see how it does change it a little bit, but it doesn't alter it too much. I have it right now set for midtones. That lets me get it nice and dark in these regions if I need to. And that looks decent. I don't like how sharp it isn't there. So I'm going to just clean it up a little bit, and that's looking good. I'm going to apply an adjustment here. I'm going to apply a curves so that I can make sure that it is at 100%. It's okay if I have it clipping a little bit. That's fine with me. And that looks like what I want. Yeah. Okay, and so now I can just save this. Selector field test and tips and tricks. Save. Maximize, and now I can go over in here, go to tips and tricks, where the file is. And that's the file I just saved. Right click on it, and I'm now going into phase 2.